In this life, we must create our own luck. What man calls fortune is in fact reflected in the seventh principle of Hermeticism, that of cause and effect. The universal machine of chaos is not random, rather the chaos is a perfectly ordered mechanism so far beyond our intellectual reach that its machinations grow impossible to comprehend. If one understands that chaos and order are opposite ends of the same pole, one understands that the measure is that of comprehension and not cohesion. By recognizing this principle and applying the law of correspondence to its understanding, one becomes able to forge their own luck through the meticulous placement of game pieces prepared for the opportunity the cosmos provides. Although one's ego mind may lapse into madness by gazing too deeply into the void, one's higher self moves with structured intent, creating paths through educational resistance. This may be described as karma. If we are to understand karma, we must understand cause and effect, as our actions create consequences which ripple out beyond our periphery into the lives of those who surround us. In this life, we can observe how when we choose to get ahead through dishonesty, others are harmed and held back, creating a link between us and them, connecting us in a chain of consequence. The karmic worldview extends this fact beyond our present incarnation, using the principle of correspondence, or as above, so below, to demonstrate how our actions and relationships to each other and the universe extend to past lives and ones yet unlived. In this way, the universe is a machine, and we are agents of its perfect chaos. All the world is a school, self-designed to return us from pride, separation, fear, and isolation into the bright light of love and unification. We untangle the knot of karma in service of order, moving our position on the pole towards the center, the moment of now where the secrets of self become clearer. These moments of lucidity, bright light bulbs flashing overhead in eureka revelations, are earned and not given freely. These small enlightenments are products of consecrated karma, trials of forgiveness and apology for enacting our base desires and imposing our will onto the unwilling. Consent, kindness, and curiosity are lubricant to the operative gears of cause and effect. This is the way of all things, but we are uniquely privileged as human beings to know of its existence and yet be in total awe of its unknowable depth. This is Midgard. This is what it means to exist on the plane of flesh. This is the significance of meat world and the ability to sustain wounds mortal and traumatic, to know the edge of the knife on which death rests and still find enough God in our hearts to forgive killers, betrayers, and black holes of morality growing like cancer upon the human condition, a condition which too must be forgiven. Could you ever ask for more? Could you design a more perfect machine of cinema and blood, a greater screen of skin on which to project your dark self, a finer stage of bone for the dark night of your soul? We are entering the third act, and though it may slip your mind now, you know the script by heart, and will play your part with soul and grace, tap dancing towards your grave, arm in arm with the ones you condemn and the ones which you save. So we must play. Commanding the principle of cause and effect causes the effectiveness of the effects typically attributed to the cause of manifestation. It is witchery, it is alchemy, it is the injection of will and the awareness of the game which allows one to play with pointed purpose and on higher levels than those still deep in spiritual slumber. Not so simple as believing enough or willing one's desires into existence, but making the effort to show up in places and shapes which facilitate the arrival of our desires, to meet our intention with intuition, to define our wants and our needs, and join the two in explosive collision. One does not will their desires into reality from nothing, but rather through a chain of intentioned things, choices, and behaviors. All potential outcomes, gains, and losses are dictated by a string of cosmic events, beginning with the dawn of time and culminating in the movements of your body. Your decisions make you, but they are made both by the singular self and the plural universe of possibility. Your scope is up to you, but law is law, and the rules of the game are silent in the mouth of infinity. So choose wisely which notes you sing, for harmony is your only choice. Cause and effect, means and ends, seed and fruit cannot be severed, for the effect already blooms in the cause, the end pre-exists in the means, the fruit in the seed. Thank you to my patrons and Complete Club members, Flem de la Fleming, Chris Curious, Martina Duran, Transcending Void, and Walkin' on Cats. If you're in a position to help grow the channel, please consider joining these fine folks at patreon.com/American Dragon. If you'd like to communicate with the community, get to know me a little bit better, feel free to join us on Discord, the link to which will be shared in the description below. I appreciate you, I love you, and I will see you next time.